Hey everybody,
Oh God.
here's Brandon and Chris, and it's
Jesus
the
Christ.
OBT show, and we're on YouTube, so hi to our 5 friends, and listen to our show. Hey everybody!
You know, I wish we drank while we did this. Remember when
Remember we used
that?
to do that? That was our thing. That was the if you listen back to the first couple shows, we had the whole thing and a whole system set up where it'd be a beer that we would drink. But I think what happened was we did it on, we were tired for the most part by the time we did it.
Get out of work.
And we changed that up. This is the exception. Normally we do Mondays. This is on a Thursday because I forgot Monday. And then you got sick. You were just not in the right mood anyway, I think.
It would have been like, hey, welcome to the Gremlin edition of the OBT show.
So disgusting.
Oh, my laugh sounds pretty hoarse. It's going to be fun.
It does. Can you get the
I'll do it.
keyboard kitty off of my...
Keyboard kitty.
How I sign on to or the old way of signing on the internet insists on popping up, and it has a keyboard kitty.
That's okay.
It's okay.
We got some bringing up to date that you need to do. We talked about South Park.
Oh, yeah, and my lady played South Park, and I watched. I didn't actually sit and play it.
So what do you think?
I find it hilarious. The town details are awesome. I watched her play the abortion clinic level, which is insane and gross.
Is it not like just borderline the most offensive, yet probably one of the funniest things you've ever seen?
It's terrifying. Like, it's not as bad as I thought it was. I'll put it that way. I won't spoil it for anybody, but it's not as bad as I thought it was when I got the mission, when she got the mission to start playing. The characters are awesome. The way it looks, it feels like you're actually playing in an episode, which is really cool.
Oh yeah, and the way they figured out how to do depth in a flat surface is amazing.
I know. So that was really cool. I also like the moves. I like the farting, and then you bring a hammer down. You fart up, and it propels you up into the air. It just makes me, like, all of it is just like funny stuff that, you know, I can appreciate as a fan of South Park. And I think it's one of those where I've watched enough that now when she's done with it, I'm going to start playing it.
There you go.
It was weird because last night we're just hanging out. And she's playing Stick of Truth, which is hilarious. It makes me laugh. And then she had a meeting or something, and then I got the TV back, and I started playing more Metal Gear Solid, and it's so depressing. I know, and I'm sorry, I talked about this before, but I hadn't gotten to it. So let me talk, Chris.
I'm letting you talk. That's my background Metal Gear.
No, I don't like it.
Snake.
Metal Gear.
Snake.
But it's just so melodramatic, and you kill a boss, and then you go into the history of that boss, and it's like, she died with the fury of 1,000 suns, and crows ate her. I'm like, what is this? But I'm going to keep playing it.
And then the gamer inside of you said, I shouldn't be doing this when I could be playing a much superior game.
A much more fun game, one that doesn't have 40-minute cutscenes. That part, all right, I've been a very staunch supporter and defender of the Metal Gear Solid. This game has broken me with regards to cutscenes. It's too goddamn long.
There's like, what, 8 hours of cutscenes in...
Yeah, in a game
Metal Gear Solid 2, right? Or wait, was it 6 hours in 2, and then
I think
in
it's
3 there was more.
There's a 45-minute scene in Metal Gear Solid 4.
You don't even touch the controller. You just have to watch.
Well, no, they've done something that's annoying that counts toward your ranking, where it will in the upper right hand corner the X button will appear, and you have to hit it a bunch of times, and you're accessing a memory, which is kind of cool if you're a longtime fan of the series, but. Stop pretending like you're falling asleep. But
I'm not falling asleep. I'm smacking my head against everything around me.
But it is such a dense description. That was a coaster. There's nothing else for you to touch. Don't touch the mouse. You're going to turn off the pod. Just don't touch anything. Stop it. You're fidgeting.
I hate Metal Gear.
All right, then
we're talking too much about Metal Gear.
But I will give you my full review after it takes me forever to go through it.
Oh, dude, the game is so worth it.
It's fun though. Metal Gear. You said Metal Gear's worth it? Well, yeah, I'll play that too.
Yeah.
And as an update for those of you who are wondering, still have not gone back to Thief.
Good. Don't. I mean, beat it because you spent the money.
No, I got to go to GameStop and see what I can get. It's probably like $1. They'll probably make me pay again.
They're gonna make you pay to stock it on the shelf.
Pay. They're like, this is $20 to put this piece of shit out here.
This is a shelf fee.
It's a shelf fee. But I do I really enjoyed Stick of Truth. That was an awesome viewing experience.
I finally played Tomb Raider.
Yeah, you beat it in a day.
In a day.
How do you... how do you you explained this to me in person. Explain this on the air.
Okay.
How do you do this?
It's hard to do it without the hand motions, but it was basically once I figured out how to use the bow properly after like the first mission, everything became sneak into a room, headshot, headshot, headshot. No one would get alarmed, so I would just beat areas very quickly, and I wouldn't ever have any situations where I had to worry about sitting and fighting until eventually I had to start sitting and fighting when they would force my hand. Right. But even then, I was still just pop out of a corner, headshot, turn, headshot, turn, headshot, turn. All right, well, everyone's dead.
Your ability is much higher than mine because I can't play a game like that. I'm invested because I start to take on the traits of the character. And I think I talked about this with you with the Batman games. Because I would be like, well, Batman wouldn't do that.
Well, but yeah.
Even though I'm playing a game and I'm not really bound by those rules of the character, but I'm in my mind.
You're trying to play a role.
I'm playing the role, right? I'm role playing as Lara Croft. Sounds creepy. I'm role playing as Lara Croft, but I'm like,
get that one sound bite.
I know. I'm role playing as Lara Croft. That'll be your new. God damn it! Keyboard Cat is back.
I'm sorry.
Why is Keyboard Cat? Why is this?
It's away.
There you go. Thank you. And I think I played as I am this scared girl fighting against an island of angry dudes.
And I did not.
You played it like you were looking at code.
Yes.
And you just were.
I was Neo in the Matrix, and I was effing shit up.
NPC, dead. NPC, dead.
Be like, all right, well, there's a treasure over there. Kill 5 people. Okay, go get treasure.
See, I enjoy it. I look around.
And I still completed the game 72% done in a playthrough.
That's good, though.
There was one of the optional tombs that I didn't know.
Yeah.
But I was like, I found all of them and did everything naturally. And then they were like, oh, yeah, you completed the game with 72%. I was like, you have got to be shitting me.
That's
not
awesome.
in 9 hours. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm impressed. I can't do that. It takes me forever to finish a game because I'm so invested in picking up everything as I go.
Well, when I used to work here over the summers, we would have office hours where we'd be sitting in blocks of 2 hours with a TV, and I'd take my Xbox building to building, and I could beat like BioShock, the first game. I beat it in 12 hours.
That's insane.
With the only break being I ate dinner and lunch.
Did you poop?
No. I was too excited. I was way too excited by the game. I didn't have to use the bathroom.
Your body just stopped functioning while you sat there and absorbed.
I was planning on playing till like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I got back to my room and beat it after like 45 minutes because I was close to the end. Didn't know it, and then I beat it, and I was like, wow. That was a good game. I enjoyed it, but I beat it way too fast.
That's insane. For me, it's more I need to feel like I'm completing every bit of it. I can't not do it. You know what I mean?
I got you.
It's sad. I think it's sad because I spend too much time on a game that I feel sad.
You get your money's worth out of it that way if you like space it out.
Yeah. But, in a game like Metal Gear, there's just too much to absorb, and I just want to pass through it. Or like Thief, where I'm just like, I hate this.
Sorry, I
hate this game.
I heard Metal Gear and my gag reflex kicked in. But.
Well, what game are you looking forward to? Because I'm kind of, and I'm asking honestly just for myself too, because there's one game that I've got that I need to play, Uncharted 3, that I need to go get at some point. But I don't have any games on the horizon that I'm like, I gotta play this game that are only on PlayStation 3 and 360. We got games that I want to play that are on the current gen, aka PS4 and 1.
Yeah.
But I don't know of any. I guess Watch Dogs maybe. Well, I want to play Watch Dogs.
I don't want to play that current gen. I want to play that next gen. It just doesn't seem like it'll do it any justice because the full game, with all of the trailers they've shown us so far, is so gorgeous that I wouldn't want to play a dumbed down version of it now.
And if you're playing on 360, it's probably going to be like 5 discs or something.
I don't even want to think about it. You're in this section of the city. Load disc 3.
Yeah.
Screw you, Xbox.
And God forbid you got to go back at any point.
That's going to be like GTA where you had to do an 8 gig install, except that this one's going to be like a 40 gig
40
install.
gig, yeah.
I started playing Diablo 3.
Yeah, you like that, right?
Yeah, it's fun. It's one of those games that's been out for a while that I've always wanted to try, so I'm giving it a shot, and I like it.
Okay.
It's fun. Reminds me of the old Diablo days.
I never got into those games.
It's just, it's very, go into a dungeon, kill all of the things, loot all of the stuff. Equip the stuff that you can use, and then sell the stuff you can't.
Do any characters at all go, Diablo, and then cast a spell on you?
No.
What about, since it's the third one, did you go Diablo 3?
No.
And then it's like Fire
None of
3?
that happens.
All right. I only played, that bums me out. I want to get back, I don't know why, I've been jonesing to play Final Fantasy old school on Super Nintendo. And I have a Super Nintendo, and I want to play again. Final Fantasy 3. Did you play that one?
Which one was 3?
Kefka, with Kefka and Terra.
Terra, and that was 3?
The Espers, yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that one.
That was a fun one,
played.
right?
That was
That
the one
one
that had the ninja and
it had Shadow.
they introduced Tool fighting and
Shadow, yeah, that was Edgar the Prince.
Yes.
Sabin, the outcast. You can tell I played this game hundreds of times.
I played through it once. I've tried to pick it up a couple times since, but I haven't.
I only like playing up until the halfway point where the world just is destroyed, and then I don't care anymore because it's too hard.
Yeah,
It gets ridiculously hard.
that's like the same thing with Chrono Trigger. You get to the end and then it gets just a little crazy, and if you're
But that is somewhat, because that levels you up in a scaling system that I like, where I feel like I'm adequate enough to take it on.
somewhat.
Because I can easily beat Chrono Trigger compared to beating Final Fantasy 3.
I don't know. I like Final Fantasy better. I like the grind on Final Fantasy better than I like the grind on.
I
Chrono
never
Trigger.
finished. I think I never. Well, no, I finished once Final Fantasy 3. That was it.
Oh, okay.
But I did play Secret of Mana again, and I stopped playing that because I had to scale up, and I was like, I'm tired of this.
Weird JRPG nerds.
I know. I'm sorry. I went off on a tangent. But one thing, hey Chris, did you hear?
No, did I? Yes, maybe.
There was a trailer release,
Oh God.
and this trailer is for Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And Chris, what were your initial thoughts on that?
Go fuck yourself, Michael Bay. Is that close enough? Is that...
There's so many.
Nope.
Well, give a reason. Don't just.
All right. So
let's for a
trailer
minute.
synopsis.
No, let's for a second. All right, take out the Michael Bay equation, because that's what most people have been raging about. Fuck Michael Bay, he's an idiot.
You ready for the next one?
But let me finish my thought.
Okay.
But so take it out a notch. Okay. So let's just look at it as pieces of film from a unknown director.
Gonna do the Wayne's World.
Yes, pieces of film from an unknown director that have been spliced together. You're flicking your tongue at me off mic, so it looks really weird. So that's
Doesn't know the soundbite. I can do that.
disassociate from Michael Bay. So go.
Fuck yourself, Megan Fox. Is that better? Is that? How about go fuck the person that thought that this was a good idea?
Michael Bay.
How about go fuck a white shredder?
That part was also yeah. Well, here's the problem that I have with dropping the hammer completely.
There can be more problems. Oh, please go forward.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I mean there are more. There's so many issues with this.
Well,
The original origin story was there were going to be aliens, and then they had to change it because everyone freaked the fuck out.
Yeah. Here's the. I think because I love the Turtles so much. I don't know. I love the Turtles so much that it pains me to have to hate them in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, I don't hate them.
But I'm going to hate their this movie version. That's the problem. And I think by saying that, you do hate the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie that Michael Bay's creating. So there's a part of you that's going to have to hate something associated with this franchise. Much like I loathe Batman and Robin. I love Batman, but I loathe Batman and Robin and hate that film.
I just don't like the idea of whitewashing.
Yes, and I agree with that.
It's been a huge problem, and especially where you have Prince of Persia, all predominantly cast by white actors playing Persian roles. Last Airbender, same thing. Asian parts cast by white people.
Yep.
I mean, and then now you have Shredder, who is traditionally of Japanese descent.
Yes. Yeah.
Now being played by a corporate white guy
who has a fascination with Asian themed stuff, which I'm like, stop it. And here, I don't like the design of the turtles. They look too bulky I think they're trying to more natural look, like a turtle is bigger in the body, a smaller head, but it looks just weird that they're that agile.
Well, they haven't shown only in toys they've shown Raphael and Donatello, but we saw what Michelangelo and Leonardo
Michelangelo, yeah.
And they look okay.
They look okay. They look clunky though.
But the toys for Donatello and Raph look bad. So I can only imagine the on-screen looks worse.
I think the thing that I like, I mean, yeah, the Turtles in the original movie from 89.
They all look the same.
They all look the same, and they had bigger heads than bodies, but I was okay with that as a kid because it made sense that they were that agile, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas these, they look so bulky and weird. It looks terrifying. I don't see how a kid's going to want to play with these toys and hang out with these characters.
It's bodybuilder turtles.
Especially
Teenage bodybuilding turtles.
Steroids are a okay thing. But it's like...
That's what they look like.
They do. Well, I mean, but the thing is, you have to also put it up against and counter it with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that are Nickelodeon, that are accessible, that are friendly looking, that don't look like monsters. They look like cool people to hang out with. Now these guys look like monsters.
Yeah.
They don't look like they're welcoming and friendly.
I mean, I read online that they're looking into doing a comic to go back to the old school version, which was a little bit grittier.
Right.
It's supposed to tell the story of after, like, Turtles in their 30s.
Right.
And, like, no nonsense kind of stuff, which sounds much better than what this movie is.
Right. Now, is this movie supposed to be their brand new, or their...
It's an origin story. And they're rewriting the origin. They're saying that Shredder, the guy that plays him, helped create the Ninja Turtles.
Why does every villain have to create the hero? Why are we doing this to ourselves?
So for those who haven't seen the trailer, it's a voiceover by the main guy. He was in Prison Break. He plays the crazy
I like the
detective.
actor. It's not his fault.
It's not his fault.
No.
It's not his fault at all.
William something. He was also in The Dark Knight. He played the bank manager.
Yes.
Briefly. But he was in there.
It's his voiceover talking about how him and Megan Fox's, who plays April O'Neil, her father, worked together to create a hero in the times that, the city's being overrun by crime, which... To show the city's being overrun by crime, they show stuff exploding, stuff falling.
Yeah, I know.
And the Foot Clan have guns.
I know.
Automatically, Red Flag should have went, well, we've already fucked up, guys. Let's just pack this up and go home.
Yeah.
But they continued to make the movie.
Well, here's I guess what I feel. This is how I feel. I was okay with the idea of a reboot because it's been a while, and quite frankly, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie doesn't age that well.
Yes, it does. It's amazing.
It's amazing in terms of nostalgia, but in special effects, it doesn't age that well.
Well, the first one, maybe not the second one.
The second one is goofy. With Super Shredder,
campy.
Ninja Rap. Although I can't really fault that. I still will defend that song. That is a great...
You defend all of the Ninja Turtles songs. They're all good.
They're all funny, but that one in particular I think I love because it's such a crowbar product placement of it, and it's such one of those things where a bunch of dudes, old executives around the movie table went, "Hey, who's that kid Vanilla Ice? Yeah, he's pretty popular. Let's shove him in the Turtles movie. Yeah, he'll be doing a concert.
Bam,
yeah,
bam, bam, ninja rap."
And then Splinter gets mad and is like, "This isn't hiding." Because they're dancing with Vanilla Ice.
Cowabunga.
Better. But yeah, this movie looks, and the thing also that is bothersome is that April O'Neil was a kick-ass character. Like she defended herself. Even in the comic book, she wasn't portrayed as a wuss. And even
in the cartoon too.
She was involved.
She always stuck up for herself.
Yeah, and then even in the movie, she was kind of a badass. She was hot. I remember being a kid like, that's a pretty cool lady.
Yeah.
She passed out when she saw the Turtles, so they're keeping that concept
which was funny because it was more in the sense of like, holy shit, it's a giant turtle.
Right, but this was after she defended herself against some Foot Clan members.
Exactly.
And maybe they do that. Maybe they do that in the film. Who knows? Maybe
they showed the subway scene. They're gonna do that again.
But you're right. The Foot Clan with guns. I was like, unless this is Krang and we're introducing Krang and he gave them laser guns, which happened in the cartoons, which was kind of funny.
They won't be doing anything that radical.
They probably will.
If they freaked out about aliens being the origin for the Ninja Turtles,
let's be real. I bet they're already, because everyone in Hollywood thinks of sequel and it's a franchise. If there's a little brain alien that pops up at the end, it's Krang, and it's going to get really weird after that.
As long as they can get the Krang voice from the cartoon.
So, I can't do it. I can't
It's so bad.
It's so bad. My impression's really bad.
I just wanted to hear somebody
Ray
say
Romano.
Orokusaki in a really cool voice, and now I won't hear it. Because we have a white guy.
I know. And the thing, and I love the Splinter origin tale when they shot that. That was beautifully shot in a weird way for that 89 TMNT when it's the...
when they have the creepy voiceovers and stuff?
Well, yeah, when it's like explaining Shredder being mad. I like that scene.
It was awesome. And then it goes to that when he finds them in the tunnel, he's like, and then Mikey's like, hey, that was us.
Yeah. Which is really, I love the way they shot that. It was so simple. It was like on a, it was like it was like a play almost.
It was a movie in a movie.
Not even that. No, it was more like a play, like you're reviewing a
It was a play.
All right,
in a movie.
Now you're just patronizing me.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah,
I'm not patronizing you. I'm oversimplifying it.
So our early verdict is what on this film? If you haven't guessed.
Giggles and laughter to prevent ourselves from hurting.
I'm gonna watch it
random
again.
passerbys.
But I'm hopefully my face will be less like I'm just witnessed a car accident and more like in mourning.
We're gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm
to.
gonna hate watch it.
And that's why I was talking to Skylar today, and I said I'm gonna watch it because of reasons, but I'm gonna hate myself.
Yeah,
and I'm probably gonna have to wear Depends because I'm probably gonna be shitting myself with anger the entire movie. Just sitting there violently going, why, Michael Bay?
You shook the whole table.
Did you not feel the anger?
I did. I felt the anger. It was terrifying.
This is my childhood that you're fucking with.
My childhood, too.
But
I'm not as angry as you.
You're not as angry as I am.
That tends to be the part of the course for this.
Yes.
You get super angry. I don't. Oh, God. I drank a coffee earlier today to mess me up. I told you before we recorded I had a surprise.
Oh God!
It's nothing that it's really just a YouTube clip that I want you to watch, and then I might even put it up on our Facebook page and our Twitter page for people to enjoy. But I was reading Grantland, and they did a ranking of the best action heroes from like 1980. Did you see it?
Yeah, you posted that.
Yeah,
too.
it was funny. Like who had the championship belt what year? And Jackie Chan made it in like 2005 because like Rush Hour 3. I didn't realize the Rush Hour franchise made $500 million domestically.
That's good.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they were really good movies, except for the third one.
But he was given the belt for Rush Hour 3 because it combined, it was like the end piece of all of it.
Okay, well.
So, which I was like, all right, because Rush Hour 3 was very financially successful because it had been a while between the 2 and the 3.
I got to the 90s and I stopped reading because I only cared about the 80s action movies.
Yeah.
I didn't really care about
the 90s ones because Nick Cage pops up. Because that's Nick Cage time, though. Because he did Snake Eyes, he did 8mm, he did...
that was late 90s, right?
No, that was 94 to 98.
8mm was 94?
8mm was 96, 97. Snake Eyes was 96, 97. Face Off was in there as well. The Rock.
Yeah, The Rock was awesome.
Oh, that's so good. But
I'll take that back.
Here's the thing I want everybody to YouTube. Jackie Chan, High Upon High.
High Upon High.
Because that is, and if you are a fan of Jackie Chan films, which I was as a kid, I saw every single imported film that they brought to America after the success of Rumble in the Bronx. And
Rumble in the Bronx was amazing.
And Rumble in the Bronx was a dubbed over film. By the way, those of you out there are like, oh, it was an American film. Nope, that was dubbed. That was originally released. And
watch them move their mouths.
Watch them move their mouths. Even though, yes, it's set in the Bronx, nobody's speaking English. Even the white guys are speaking...
Yeah, no, you're right.
Japanese. No, not Japanese. Chinese.
Yeah.
So I would watch those, and then it made me as a kid in the Blockbuster section for Jackie Chan was all of his other films that had been dubbed over. And one of them is, and I believe it's from the film Operation Condor. And there's a sequel.
Is that the one where he's wearing the black shirt with the cutoffs?
That's pretty much every Jackie Chan film.
No, I thought Condor was the one that was specific. Like he was on the cover, like doing his pose, and
maybe no, that might have been Mr. Nice Guy, where he's doing the kick, and he's wearing khakis and a black shirt on that.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's what I'm thinking. All right.
Which, if you're ever bored...
I'm a visual.
I know.
Remember.
And I am a big Jackie fan. So much of a fan that I even saw The Tuxedo in 2001, 2002, starring Jennifer Love Hewitt. And Jackie Chan plays a chauffeur that somehow winds up in a tuxedo, which, keep following, is a CIA weapon that the owner, that his master, I think they're referring to him as, is a secret agent. But the tuxedo is, guess what, kids? The real reason why he's such a great spy, because it's like a super magic suit. And when Jackie Chan, as a chauffeur who has no training whatsoever in martial arts, gets a hold of it by accident in a crazy snafu at the dry cleaner, becomes a master spy because he can't take it off, because that's another plot point they added, because it's bonded to him for some like 24 hours and he must complete the mission. So you get high hilarity when Jackie Chan can't control how he walks, and Jackie Chan can't control how he punches people. He just punches people, which is really, if this was set in modern reality times, he would have been locked away and they would have killed him and taken his tuxedo, because it's the CIA and that's what they do. But in this film, Jackie Chan's allowed to have wild and crazy adventures as a caterer, and he's managing food in his hands and all this other stuff.
Sidebar, if you are currently listening to the show and you're high, I apologize for what Brendan did to you.
No, this is awesome.
Because you just got mind fucked.
But the reason why...
By the tuxedo. God,
by the tuxedo.
It was awful.
But the reason why I bring up Operation Condor is at the end of the film, there is a musical moment where...
I think I've seen what you're talking about.
And I posted on my Facebook if you
I didn't watch the video, but I'm almost positive.
High Up on High is the name of the song, and it's sung by Jackie Chan. And it's sung by Jackie Chan in English. And it is the craziest song, and it's 5.5 minutes long. It is the craziest song, and it's the best song I've ever heard, because it includes the electronic guitar riffs, includes long instrumentals, and the lyrics are wonderful. And the chorus, if you want to sing along, it's literally this: high up on high, I wish for high up on high, high up on high, I charge on into the sky, high up on high. Yeah. And it goes on, and the beginning lyrics are something like, a dream from the east, a dream come out of the sky.
I've definitely watched this.
The world and the universe, something in the sky.
There's something wrong with
high up on high, wish for high up on high. So what I want you all to do is listen to it.
Everybody should definitely listen to it.
And I'm going to make Chris listen to it again. Because I'm going to blast it while I edit, and make him sit here and listen to the full 5.5 minute song. Because it's a beautiful song, and you shouldn't be ashamed of it.
Yeah, no, and it's not to make fun of Jackie Chan and his interpretation of the English language, because if you've watched any of his other movies and the bloopers and stuff, he knows that he's messing things up, and he has a good time with it.
And here's the thing, though. It just shows the set of balls that Jackie Chan has, and the weight of his Hollywood stature, because...
I don't think his set of balls were ever in question.
No. But I mean, no. And I'm just saying this just adds to it. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Because
there's another layer of...
When you hit craziness, and this happened with Kobe Bryant, this happened with Shaq, when you were they put out rap albums at the height of their career.
Yes.
Deion Sanders did the same thing.
Yes.
Adam West did it in the 60s when he was Batman. When you put out a song and you are an actor and you have no business being in the studio, yet it's still released and they even put it in a movie, that is awesome. And that's what Jackie Chan accomplished. I'm trying to remember other people who did it. I don't count Steve Martin because he did it on the back end of his career with the whole bluegrass thing. That's like his own separate career now.
Yeah.
But there's not too many people beyond basketball stars are all I can think of off the top of my head. But you have some baseball players too. The Chicago Bears famously did the Super Bowl Shuffle, so that's out there. But there are, I'm sure, examples of Hollywood people doing songs when they have no business. Even Burt Ward did a song as Robin back in the 60s, and it's terrible. You can
the only successful one that I know is Donald Glover.
Marky Wahlberg.
As, Childish Gambino, going from acting to rapping.
Right.
And he's pretty good.
He's pretty good. I mean, Mark Wahlberg survived Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
He transitioned pretty well.
Feel it.
How's your mother?
How's your mother? Tell us today. But anyway, we got to wrap this thing up, dude. It's been going strong, and I took a 5-minute tangent.
We went for a half hour before we wrapped it up. We should start being concerned about what babies we're creating on the OBT show. The light bulb went on.
I know,
It's
right?
a good idea.
It's a good idea. Chris, what'd you learn today?
What did I learn today? I learned that my anger and frustration at the Bay of Michaels causes me to shake violently and scare one Brendan O'Brien.
You did scare me. You scared me a lot.
What did you learn today?
High up on high. I wish for high up on high.
Pray for me.
Into the sky.
You've been listening to
I
the OBT
charge
show.
on into the sky. A dream of the hills.
I'm Chris.
A dream. I'm Brendan, and you can hear that song on my latest album. Brendan O'Brien presents The Best of Jackie Chan. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
I charge on into the sky. High up on high.